Time to find out if the famous spicy vodka rigatoni is overrated or not. Today I'll be dining at Carbone NYC. This is a famous restaurant that has celebrity sightings and it's hard to get reservations.
Honestly, I got no clue what to expect. You know, a lot of people say Carbone's overrated just because it's a pain in the ass to get a reservation. So let's see. I'm gonna go in with an open mind, you know, go and try not to hate and just enjoy the food for what it is. And you know, if it's bad and overrated, I'll be honest.
The inside's pretty fancy and there's a limited amount of seats. Unfortunately, I didn't get to sit in the chair Rihanna sat in. Taking a look at the menu, this has to be the biggest menu ever. I'm filming on 0.5 lens. The prices are a bit outrageous in my opinion. You're paying a premium for the Carbone experience. They give 3 free appetizers: garlic bread, mozzarella cheese, and salami. I'll reveal the garlic bread first. The bread is a bit small, but it's fine since it's free. It has a nice crunch and it's crispy. I thought it was okay and it wasn't anything mind-blowing.
The garlic bread's solid. You really can't mess up garlic bread. I do wish it had a bit more garlic flavor though. I found it a bit bland compared to other garlic breads I had in the past.
If I had to give it a rating, I would give the garlic bread a 6 out of 10. Next up is the mozzarella cheese. It's soaked in olive oil. They cut it into 4 pieces, but I guess they didn't cut it deep enough, since it's not easy to pull a piece out with the tongue. It's a minor mistake, and I'm not gonna start hating just because of this. As long as the food's good, it's fine.
The mozzarella is fun to eat and it's very chewy, and most of the flavor comes from the richness of the olive oil. That's the one complaint though, the mozzarella itself doesn't really have that much flavor. Most of the flavor comes from the olive oil.
If I had to give it a rating, I'll give the mozzarella cheese a 7 out of 10. Finally, the salami. The plating certainly looks very nice. Each piece is a lot bigger than it looks from the previous camera shot. For something that's free, they give a pretty generous amount. It's honestly pretty addicting to eat. I feel like I could just keep eating it. It doesn't dehydrate you like some way too oversalted food.
The salami is delicious. It has a very nice savory taste. It's not too salty, which is perfect, because you can just keep eating it without feeling bad. Honestly, out of all of the 3 free appetizers, this one's the best.
If I had to give it a rating, I would give the salami a 9 out of 10. It helps that it's free. Alright, time for what everyone is here for, the spicy vodka rigatoni. This is a half portion. I only ordered 1 order, and they split it into 2 for the party. It definitely looks good visually, so let's see how it tastes. When I first started eating it, I was a bit skeptical since it's pretty expensive for pasta, but after a few bites, I knew it was good. The vodka sauce works in harmony with the spice from the chilies to create a flavorful burst.
The rigatoni has a nice spice, and you can still taste the nice, delicious vodka sauce. The only complaint I have is, I think the pasta could have been a bit softer. I'm pretty sure the reason why people say it's overrated is because the recipe is online, so you can just recreate it yourself without having to go through the struggle of getting the reservation at Carbone and paying like $30-something for this pasta.
If I had to give it a rating, I'll give the spicy vodka rigatoni a 8.5 out of 10. It loses some points to the price. Most people also get the meatballs at Carbone. Meatballs are a classic Italian-American dish that everyone is fond of. These meatballs are actually pretty huge, and there's a generous amount of red sauce. The price point is pretty outrageous though. It's cooked perfectly, and it's not overcooked. I thought it was okay, but not great. To be fair, this isn't something I ate often growing up, so there's no nostalgia bonus.
Red sauce and meatballs is a classic Italian-American dish. It's very nice and warm and it's comforting to eat, but at the end of the day, it's meatballs, right? So it's not exactly anything that's mind-blowing like some high-quality beef.
If I had to give it a rating, I'll give the meatballs a 6 out of 10. It's good food, but it doesn't give me any feelings of nostalgia, and it's pricey. The final item I got was the veal parm. It's pretty big, and they cut it into 4 pieces and serve it for you. Visually, it looks pretty good. The breading isn't too heavy, and it has a fair amount of red sauce and cheese. I feel like the price is insane though. You can get veal parm for half the price in a lot of restaurants. Maybe I'll complain less about the price if it tastes like the best thing ever.
The veal is soft and tender, and the breading is light, and the red sauce is great. It's delicious, but there's a part of me that's hurting a bit due to the price point. I feel like that price point is quite high. At the end of the day, whether it's like chicken parm or veal parm, this stuff is really filling, and I think it fills you up, so it's pretty good value.
Okay, disregard that last bit I said about it being good value if it fills you up. I'm just a little traumatized from expensive tasting menus that left me hungry. If I had to give a rating, I would give the veal parm a 7 out of 10. It's good, but it lost points due to the price. Here's the final bill. You have to pay a $50 deposit per person to reserve a table, and it gets deducted from the final bill. If you don't spend more than the deposit, you'll lose the money, so make sure to spend. You also get these Italian flag pastries when you get the bill, which tastes alright. Anyways, here are my final thoughts. People say you don't go to Carbone for the food, but I feel like that's a crazy statement to make. Good food is one of the biggest reasons people go out to eat in restaurants. I get that there's a good chance to see a celebrity at a restaurant like Carbone, but that's just a nice bonus. I didn't even get to see any celebrities. Some of the food is good, but I wasn't the biggest fan of some others. What Carbone does really well is the service. The waitstaff is very friendly and energetic, and they give a lot of free stuff. You also get chocolate and some matches after your meal. I think if you have the money to spare, you should try Carbone once for the experience, but I don't see much value being a repeat customer. Thanks for watching. Have you ever wanted to try Carbone? Leave a comment below and check out the video on the end screen for more food content.